drive on the return. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out in his 4th season since arriving as the #1 overall pick back in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
The numbers from a season ago for Trevor Lawrence, pretty emblematic of that up-and-down season for Jacksonville. Over 4,000 yards and 21 touchdowns, but 14 interceptions has got to be cleaned up for this team to play above the 500 ball they did a year ago. Trevor's athleticism, Trevor's arm is off the charts. Now he and his team got to put it all together consistently.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Lawrence now off the play action. That sails over his target, incomplete, and now it's 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. So now it's the Texans' turn to take the field for the first time. And leading them out is someone who became an absolute superstar last year as a rookie. Drafted 2nd in 2023, it's C.J. Stroud.
C.J. may not have been the #1 pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, but he was clearly the #1 rookie in all of the NFL last year. Near unanimous Rookie of the Year. In fact, even earning MVP votes, Kate. It wasn't just a little bit of a rebound and a rebuild for Houston. It was a remake in a hurry. And what can he do in his sophomore season? It would be must-see TV.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Gets this to Woods. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Kid, I was on the field with a young high school quarterback just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other and give him a chance to make a play.
On play action, here's Stroud. Connection made to Dell. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there. Third down, 1 yard to go. Design bootleg here. Dell with the grab. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. First and 10, a run to Mixon. And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Keeping it with Mixon. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Now it's Stroud. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They send a tight end in motion. On the ground again with Mixon. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Throwing is Stroud. We've got a screen to the running back. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Everly's kick is good. And they're on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's Duvernay on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they've got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
A give to Mixon up the middle. And he'll push them down to the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Tank Dell, the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans go up 10-zip here in the first. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's Parker Washington with the return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And an excellent return here sets them up almost at midfield.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That stop coming from Henry To'o.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 37. Pass complete, that's Devin Duvernay. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Now toss it to Etienne. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Lawrence to throw it. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now Lawrence. Oh, he nearly reeled that in, as close as you can get, but just an exciting incompletion.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by Shudak is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Steven Sims with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Catch is made down the right sideline. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans grow their early lead to 13. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans double their lead to 14. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Washington now to return. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion here left. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 28. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's third down.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Throwing is Lawrence on third down. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be blocked down at the 42. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now a give to ETN running right. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. ETN again. Jukes one defender. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. They put a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, it's ETN. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. And stop coming from Henry To'o. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
ETN on 3rd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Cam Little getting the call on 4th down here to put 3 up for the Jaguars. It's 45 yards he'll try to connect from. The kick by Shudak is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Damian Pierce now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. 1st and 10 from the 45. A give. This is Mixon. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. Has a lane inside the 35. And he has this all the way down to the 29-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
They're now set for 1st and 10. A handoff for Mixon, running right. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Complete to Dell. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This is complete to Schultz. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now a give to Mixon. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. One quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. It's a 2-score game early. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Texans with a chance to score. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. This from 28 yards away. Everly's kick is good. And that extends their lead to 14.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Washington now to return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. The tackle there by Danielle Hunter. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against a front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
They'll try it left with Etienne. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. That stop coming from Henry To'o. Third and just 2 to go. They go right back to Etienne. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Counter give to Etienne. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Pretty obvious, this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, you start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
1st and 10 from the 41. Now give this up the middle to Etienne. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Jalen Petrie there on the stop.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
2nd and 6 now. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And they take him down right along the 30. Give him 3 on that gain. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Kate, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Trying it right side with Etienne. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. That's Thomas. He's got it. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. It's a design boot. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get in position to swat it away. That is well done.
So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's ETN. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Lawrence throwing here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by Shudak is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Sims now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Stroud. Connection made to Dell. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Running back sent in motion. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Dell with the grab. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Josh Hines-Allen, that time to haul him down.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Into the hands of Schultz. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. To the air yet again. It's Stroud. Schultz with the catch. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
This is one of those times, Kate, where I got to put my glasses on up in the booth and realize the line between receiver and tight end is so easily blurred. Why? Because this guy can run. He showed it before the catch with a great route, and he showed it even more so with the yards after catch.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Takes off right out of the read option. Continuing to dig, he's inside the 25. And they finally get to him at the 15. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going left. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Mixon on the toss. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Jags pick it up. The 50. 30. The 10. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return. Well, I love that. There was no thought of just covering it up, was there? He just grabbed it, instantly got his eyes upfield, and was looking for where to return it.
Now, I think you could hear what I could hear, Kate. What we hear on a practice field, scoop and score, scoop and score. They work on it, they rep it, they teach it. Well, they did the scooping, and now it's incumbent on the offense to go score.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough third down here. Back to throw, Stroud. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Nico Collins with the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans push their lead to 18. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Washington now to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. Lawrence working from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Got him in. It's Thomas. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Second and 6 coming up here. He'll try left side out of the option. He'll cobble together a yard there. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
He has the first over the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's Etienne on first down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Offense to the line for second down. Lawrence in the pistol. He throws a bullet to the center of and there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. And the Texans get the football just short of their 20 after the interception and return. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Finds Woods. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. And it's the Texans. With it, 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. He finds Woods. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Texans are going to have a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Stroud throwing here on first. Gets this to Woods. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Stroud off the play fake. He finds Stover. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To the air, Stroud. Complete to Dell. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Darnell Savage brings that to an end.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Jaguars with an extra defensive back out there, 3rd down. Stroud finding Collins, and he's stopped at the 31-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6, and it sets up a Houston first. Looking to throw, Stroud. Collins there to grab it. And he gets him around 6 there. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. Now it's Kaimi Fairbairn on to try it for the Texans. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. Eberle's kick is good. And that stretches the lead to 21. We've come to halftime. The Texans in unfriendly confines. But hey, they've got the lead. That will send you down I-95 a couple hours to Orlando, depending on traffic. And we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. On now is Cook to kick this away. Sims now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun now for Stroud. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Now it's Stroud. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Second and 3 now. A give to Mixon up the middle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third down, 1 yard to go. Keeping it with Mixon. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that. A guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. On play action, here's Stroud. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Finds his man over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
They're set up at the 35 now. 1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. On the ground again with Mixon. He's got a gain of 6 there. Play brought to an end by Ronald Darby. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing is Stroud. Completed to Collins. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. From the red zone now. Gets this to Stover. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Here's Stroud now. Caught near the goal line. And in for the Houston touchdown. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans grow their lead yet again. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's Duvernay on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. This is ETN. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming. But more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. ETN gets it on the draw, and he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain, and boy, does he know how to operate in it.
The Texans bringing out an extra DB, 3rd down coming up. Now Lawrence on the play fake. That's caught for the 1st. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
Into the hands of Duvernay. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
He brings it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now toss it to Etienne. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 4th and long.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Cam Little getting the call on 4th down here to put 3 up for the Jaguars. A very short kick here from the right hash.
That's now 4 field goals for him, and he's doing his part to try and give them a chance to win this game. But one kicker, well, he's not going to overcome everything with this team. He needs his guys to start sending them out there for extra points, and his defense to start getting some stops.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Pierce now on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in hoops, sometimes shooters say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous. Right? I know on a golf course you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger, he's made it look easy.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Drive starts with an option, right side. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Stopped that time by Antonio Johnson.
And that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. The former number 1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. From the gun, Stroud. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans continue piling on to this lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Washington now to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. Second and 6 coming up here. Lawrence now off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively. But listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Got Washington, it's complete. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Now a give. It's ETN headed left. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Lawrence working from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. This 32 yards out on the right hash. The kick by Shudak is good. And that's only a small chip off of what's still a 29-point advantage.
Boy, that's a familiar path he's taken here. Now the 5th time he's run out and gotten the job done. I know. You'd rather have him be PATs, but it's been nice having that reliable leg to turn to all game long.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Sims now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Dumped off to his running back. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of this. Stopped by Foye Oluoku.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He's got him, that's Mixon. And he's tackled for a short gain.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And that's good for a gain of 5. That stop coming from Henry To'oto'o.
Well, that's a modest little drag route. But if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Lawrence to throw it. That's complete to Ingram along the sideline. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They give up the gut to Bigsby. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Now a give to ETN running right. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Jags football, but here in the 4th, that lead likely too much to overcome. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Complete. It's Ingram. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 32. Finds him over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Not the first time you said his name today, Kate. No surprise seeing him add a sack to this total. The same nose to the football that helped him recover a fumble earlier, well, it aided him in the pursuit of the QB, and he nearly forced a fumble of his own on that sack right there.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Here's a give to ETN. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. Only 2 yards on the run, and they're left with 3rd and 11. They go right back to ETN. Room to the right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars making the scoreboard look a touch better. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. This was a clear passing down, Brock, and the run surprised all of us, and there it goes for a touchdown.
That's well said. Rewarded for going against the grain. Common sense analytics tell you throw it, but the surprise paid dividends.
Cam Little to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars trail by 22 now. On now is Cook to kick this away. Sims now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Mixon. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Mixon on the counter. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Jaguars, then running back Travis Etienne, trotting back out to the field. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Back to throw, here's Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Lawrence in the pistol. Catch made over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. And that's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of game.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down throw, Lawrence. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. He's on the move. He's running with it. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10, it's Lawrence. Etienne on the catch. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. They motion a receiver left. 1st down from the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So 2nd down coming up. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Running left with Bigsby. Has the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars get it back to within 2 possessions. Jags offense hasn't left since the touchdown. They're going for 2 here. Frying Ford on the ground. And he's going to cross for the score. They trim that deficit down to 14. So they stick with a hot hand partner, and he ends up adding 2 more on top of that touchdown.
I'd say 8 points is a pretty solid try's work for him.
Right.
And as long as he's producing, seeing the gaps, getting the pads down, getting those tough yards, feed that man the ball, he won't be denied.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Sims now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. Hits his running back. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
From the 27. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
The Texans set to punt. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Jaguars football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lawrence now off the play action. This is hauled in by Ingram. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. They're in practice. They're both quarterback and tight end. Went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Oh, the football's loose. Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Lawrence working from the gun. Got Washington. It's complete. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
From the red zone now. That's going to be caught by Washington. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the shotgun, Lawrence. This throw is caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Now it's a bootleg for him. Escapes the pocket. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Jaguars now within one score in the fourth. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
And he'll get into the end zone to make this a one-score game in the fourth quarter. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
And I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure. And if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Sims now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a gift to Mixon. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
So out now comes the punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt goes 63 yards. And it'll be their football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate. But look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now Lawrence. That's taken in by Etienne. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Back to throw it. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. That one goes for 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Jaguar 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars down by a touchdown. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, Etienne gets it. And the look outside yields no fruit. They make the stop near the line of scrimmage. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Throwing now. He'll get this to Etienne. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Here he is to throw. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. First and goal, they've got 4 chances to tie this one up. To throw. And that one's picked off in the end zone, but no, incomplete, folks. He wasn't able to stay in bounds.
Yeah, I understand why this crowd and these fans were celebrating a touchdown, but not so fast. Catch, that looked good, but you got to get both feet down, too.
Now to throw. Caught near the goal line. And it's a touchdown in the final minute. He's in. point would give him the lead and maybe the win. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
Now the kick team out to steal away the lead with a point after. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. On now is Cook to kick this away. Sims now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Texans and wide receiver Nico Collins ready to go once again. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw it. Escapes the pocket. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Second down now, 7 to go. Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this thing. He's got it deep downfield. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. Texans facing a big play as they go for 2. They'll try to run it in. And he gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. That puts them in a much better spot now. Up 7 here in the 4th. Defense perhaps a little too worried about the pass there, partner. And as a result, they're able to run it in for 2.
It really becomes a numbers game down here. And you see a lot of teams employ this, right? If there's numbers there against the pass, we're going to be committed to running. If they stack the box, we got to be willing to throw it. In this case, it was a numbers advantage and the simplest path for 2 points.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. ETN on the catch. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So there's the timeout called, and we're going to see if they think there's enough time for 2 plays or just one last snap. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Setting up to pass. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Officials signaling timeouts. We've got whistles. Time left for 1 snap. And while we all know the odds are low, it's not impossible that they find a way to score. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. He'll look to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Texans come away with the road win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Texans as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.